Okay. Got PoopSackWilliams in the house.
PoopSackWilliams.
He's always in an artsy room or an
and now he's
artsy...
wearing an artsy shirt.
Where are you? Are you in the friggin' Venetian? What are you doing?
I'm just at my house right now. This is
you live in a museum. You belong in a museum. Star Wars. Anyway, yeah, what's up? What brings you here?
Well, I was wondering if you guys had any stories of you cock-blocking your girl or getting cock-blocked really bad.
This guy has the best calls every time.
Cock-blocking
Wait,
a
cock-blocking
girl?
a girl?
No, sorry. Cock-blocking your friend, like, from a girl.
Oh, cock-blocking somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if anyone that I know either here or is not here right now has done that to me. I feel like I inherently just do that to other people.
I try not to do that. I try to always recognize my male friends' intentions, and I help them to a certain point and then vanish suddenly at the perfect timing. That's what I do.
There was one. I don't even know if you want me to tell to say. One of the things that still makes me laugh to this day was there was one.
I don't know what you're about to say.
Yeah, so that's why I don't want to make you look bad.
Fuck it.
No.
I already look bad.
Achievement hunting. Remember when we kept saying that? You know what I mean? Is that like okay? I don't know. I don't know.
Say it. I don't care.
Never asked you.
Hey, we were just joking.
We're just joking around.
I don't think I ruined any shots.
No. I was just gonna say though that was a really funny. There was a funny weekend where there was one convention in particular that there were a lot of girls that we met, and
what was that hand
it
gesture?
just turned this okay, meaning they're okay. And Derek was like, "Wow, hey, I'm gonna." So you had just finished talking to somebody, and you were like,
I think some like girl was wearing like a super tight shirt that just said like achievement on it.
Yeah, and then Derek was like, she laughed, and Derek was like, all right, well, check it out this weekend, Achievement Hunter. I'm an Achievement Hunter. I'm gonna be hunting achievements all weekend. So anytime there was some conversation with a girl that was kind of like cute or whatever, it would be like, all right. Oh, and just to let you know, I'm achievement hunting all weekend. Okay, that's great. Yeah, okay, bye. And then that was the running joke.
All weekend, every time some girl would come up to the booth, people would just start shake. Oh, achievement hunting going on. We got achievement hunters here, and nobody knew what we were talking about. Yeah. So, needless to say, nobody achieved anything. So.
But then the conversations were so funny. There was a girl I was kind of like talking to more and more throughout this particular event we were at, and then nobody else within Mega64 had met her yet. And she came by the booth to get something, and then you were talking to her, and then she walked away. All right, okay, I am still achievement hunting right now. Oh, it's early. I am achievement hunting. Yeah, whatever. But the conversation was so stupid because then I was like, Derek, I've been hunting this achievement for all weekend. Do not hunt this achievement. And then you were like, all right, well, co-op, you can hunt that achievement then. All right, it's
do like, a little multiplayer.
Anybody who was outside of our group was just, what the fuck are these guys talking about? Like, what nerds? Anyway, so that was our little joke. I don't know if that had anything to do with what you asked.
No, you're talking about cock blocking.
But I was going to say, that was a respectful moment because you were achievement hunting, and then you were like, no, I feel like you're very respectful in that regard. So
there we go.
There you go. I feel like nobody I know here has done that, but I'm trying to think if... that's a really good question, though. If that's...
One time, a long time ago, this isn't really your question, but it's kind of similar in the same vein.
Yeah, I have a similar thing, too.
A long time ago, I had a girlfriend, and there was this guy who really liked her and really wanted to date her, and I guess just didn't know she was my girlfriend. So me and her were hanging out, like, at her house, and this guy like came over and was also hanging out, and like he thought I was just her friend, and nothing happened between them, but it was like I did cock block him straight up.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know how to let you know this, but your dreams are about to be crushed by the end of the day, because that is not happening. Sorry.
Wasn't there another situation like that? Or maybe it's the same person. I don't know. but that like Eric had to intervene in like getting the guy to like go away or something. That might be something else. That might be something else.
No, I don't think that's the same thing.
Okay. But I feel like
Derek,
that happens. Maybe I'm wrong.
I was at a party once, and
I have a feeling you're gonna have a really good story.
I was at a party, and this it was a Halloween party like 4 years ago, and I brought my girlfriend.
Hold on
as
real
well.
quick. So hold on real quick. My favorite comment in the chat right now. To be Derek's girlfriend, Raffle. That'd be weird. Accurate?
Wow, yeah, he's made
There you go.
a lot of. Hope certain girls aren't watching right now.
Derek's girlfriend, Raffle. That'd be weird.
Raffle. To be Derek's girlfriend, rolling on the floor laughing.
They'd be rolling on the floor laughing. Anyway, sorry about that. I interrupted you.
Yeah.
Burton's in
No
the
problem.
room. Tim Burton just walked in. He's going to talk about Dark Shadows.
No, that's my roommate. You met him before.
Oh, cool. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, we had this
roommate.
this party where a Halloween party, and I was there with my girlfriend. This is like 4 years ago, and my this friend I had, I could hear him like talking to my girlfriend like a few feet behind me, and he just kept saying like, "Why are you with Alex? You should be with me. This is bullshit. Why are you with him?" And she just kept saying something like, what are you talking about? Like, she just kept like laughing it off and trying to like push him away sort of thing. And this was when I was like 4 years ago, so I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I just kind of just stayed there and listened. I didn't do anything. Later she came up to me, she's like, your friend, he was hitting on me. Why didn't you do anything? Like, why didn't you stop that? And I was just like, I don't care. I'm like, what am I going to do? I know you're not going to go with him, right? Yeah, and then she cheated on me 2 years later, so.
With that guy?
No.
No, a different guy.
Well, that sucks.
Hey, but in terms of cock blocking, Kevin, do you have a story?
I can't think of any right now. No.
This has nothing to do with cock blocking, but one time, I don't know why this reminded me of this, but I was at a party with my best friend, and she was female, so we were hanging out in her room, and this was like a huge party. This was when we were in college, so it was a college party, and you know, like, people show up to the house that you don't know because they just see a party's going on and the door is open, so they'll walk in.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of people in the house that we didn't know, so like kind of the group that always hung out in the house, like, it's a party, whatever, these people can be here, but we're just going to go to the back room and hang out by ourselves. Some dude, this guy must have been like coked out or something, honestly, because he was just like super aggressive and like super high. He's just like throws the door open and looks in. What's going on in here? And we didn't know who this guy was. We're in this house hanging out every day, and here's some stranger. What's going on in here? Nothing. We're just hanging out. And then, straight up, he started accusing me and my friend Josh. And Josh is like a hardcore Christian. He was the nicest guy. This dude in the doorway started accusing the two of us of like trying to rape the girls that were in the room.
What?
He was,
Oh my God.
He's just like, nothing's going on in here. No. Oh, a bunch of guys in a back room with a bunch of girls who were drunk at a party. Nothing's going on, huh? And it just got really awkward. And it was like, I started getting angry. And so then it's like, do I yell at this guy? Or are we going to like fight? This is just really weird. So I had to like calmly explain to him, like, I don't know what you think is going on in here, but it's whatever is in your brain is not. And it came to the point where it's like, we all know each other. This is the house we hang out in. You're a stranger. You should leave. But yeah, it was
Coke blocked.
Yeah, coke blocked, exactly. It was just really awkward, but yeah, that was just an awkward story about parties.
There's this one time I sold my iPod to a buddy of mine, but I forgot to log out of my Facebook on it. So he went to class with all his friends, got one on my Facebook, and they found I was in a bio lab with a friend of mine, and there's this hot blonde in this bio lab, right? And this is still a long time ago, so I wouldn't have talked to her at all. No, of course I'm not doing that. And he looked on the sheet where you signed your name, and he found her name. Then he went on my Facebook, on my iPod that I sold him, and messaged her the most creepy message he could ever imagine in this class. And I still had another class to go with this girl, and she just kept staring at me the whole time, like I was the creepiest dude in the world.
That's really uncomfortable. I'm sorry that happened.
But dealing out with coke dudes, did you ever do you guys frequent raves at all?
We've been to anime raves.
I've seen those videos. Those look a lot different than the raves that I go to. Everyone's dancing at 700 beats per minute music.
Yeah, that's an anime rave, definitely.
So do people drop MDMA there?
I doubt it. I really doubt
No,
that.
they drop DBZ. That's it.
They dropped the DVDs they bought that
They
day.
drop FLCL, and that's about it.
Yeah. They dropped their deodorant off at the door.
So you've never had to deal with people who were strung out on MDMA or E or
No.
Actually, I went to some music festivals and yeah, a story I have about MDMA is I went to a music festival in San Francisco and Deadmau5 was the closing act. And it was, honestly, I'm not a huge Deadmau5 fan, but the stage setup, no joke, was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. He was playing on a giant telephone. It looked like it was just a crazy light show. They had projectors and shapes and lights, whatever. The show was awesome, and it ended, and they turned all the lights on, and the crowd just refused to leave. We're all expecting an encore. He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. Nobody go anywhere. Deadmau5 is fucking coming back. And then more lights come on, and then stage crew comes out and starts taking everything down, and slowly the crowd starts to realize, oh, Deadmau5 isn't coming back. And right in front of me, this huge guy turns around, dripping in sweat head to toe, and his pupils are so dilated, it just looks like he has black marbles in his head. And he has this look on his face. He's probably 200 pounds of muscle, and a 100-pound little girl is just holding him up. And this guy is just obviously just hit the maximum peak of what I can assume was ecstasy or whatever. He was on some crazy drug, and obviously it was just the show's over, and you are just now starting to really fry on whatever you're on.
Yeah.
He just had this look in his face oh, it can't be over. His party had just started, and a very bad night for him, I'm sure, had also just started. But
yeah, I've had that similar situation happen once, I think, but I won't really go into it there.
Oh. Wow. All right, then.
Okay.
I don't know, I've talked about some pretty shitty things on this podcast. I don't really think this should ever get out.
Nobody's watching.
yeah,
This is just between you and us.
Nobody's
Private
ever
Skype
gonna
call.
know
Nobody
about
else
it.
on the Skype call.
Nobody's gonna know about it.
Yeah, just
What
that
the
other
Twitch
story,
is that
right?
big?
Okay, in terms of cock blocking, I have a concave chest, and there's me and my one friend are perpetually single, and whenever I start making moves on a girl in bar, he'll come up behind me and just start poking in the middle of my chest, because it just sinks in, and just starts poking there until the girls ask what is going on, and then he just runs away like the little cock he is.
Cool. Don't bring that friend around.
Well, you know those friends that you have that you don't really know why you're still friends with them, but you've been so long that you kind of stuck being friends with them. Do you have that?
Yeah, that's a joke. That's a joke. I love this guy. But yeah, I think everybody has friends like that.
Yeah. Do you know why you still hang out with them? We have one friend that perpetually lies. He never tells the truth ever, and we have no idea why this is, and we'll call him out on it all the time. He's the worst, one of the worst friends that we have, just because of all the bullshit that he spreads. Yet we're still friends with him. Why? That's it's John.
It's John, everybody.
Oh,
John.
It's John.
Sorry, John.
It's Burton, I notice.
Oh, it's Burton.
Who knows why you're friends with that person? Maybe you had some good memories a long time ago, or maybe they're just so cool for 10% of the time you can put up with 90% of bullshit. Who knows? The human heart is a strange thing.
That's true.
I'm not in love with him.
Maybe you are, and you don't know.
Freudian.
That could be it too.
Yeah, who knows? Who's to say?
Some Freud situation.
Okay, what's the worst party you've been to in general? We were talking about parties there for a bit.
Worst party?
Worst party I've been to, the orgy at PAX. Yeah. I actually walked in those doors, thought I'd see what was going on, was gone in about 15 seconds.
There was too many women to even walk around, right?
I think my nose hairs melted. Like, it was terrible. As soon as the elevator on the floor opened up, it smelled like BO. And just as you approach this door, there's almost like green stink lines coming out from it. And, the funniest part is that it was billed as an orgy. I think negative sex happened at that party. There was so little sex going on there that people who had sex in the past left as virgins. Like, the slate was wiped clean.
They were purged
Yeah.
of sin.
It was such a non-sexual environment. It actually reduced your experience.
Oh, man.
That's really funny. What about you, Rocco and Kevin over there?
About
Worst party?
Worst party?
Worst party,
Damn,
yeah.
that's a good question. Honestly, like I thought, I don't like bring that up specifically.
Yeah, I was saying names.
Yeah, there was one that we went to at. It's funny because I like parties when they're in that middle area. If there's no one there, it's not a party. Mm-hmm. But if there's so much shit going on you could barely move, I don't like that either. I like it right in the middle. That Blizzard party to me was right in the middle.
Yeah.
I like that.
That was cool.
But when we went to, I'm not going to name whatever, but when we went to one of the big Vegas club, I was kind of like ready to get the fuck out of there.
That sucked.
That was, again, that's on the other end to me, where it's just, shut up. I'm going home.
Yeah, we saw a musician. We could say the hotel.
Yeah.
Was the Wynn. We went to the Wynn and saw a musician there, and it was just wall-to-wall dudes in suits trying to buy girls drinks.
Yeah, it just was so...
Yeah, and you couldn't get close to the stage. You couldn't get anything to drink. I think we left after 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was just...
Took us like half an hour to get in, and we left after 10 minutes.
It was just like, yeah, let me fit between people and get a drink. I don't know. There's 1,000 places I could go. This is not good. So that was my thought on that. But other than that, I feel like I feel like though that I've entered a party before and immediately went, I got to get the
Turned around and left.
Yeah, I know Garrett and Sean got invited to some big thing when we were at Fan Expo, and then it was like it ended up only being like 6 girl cosplayers, and they were like drunk or something, and it was like, well, nope, we're getting the fuck out of here. All right, never mind.
Why? I bet they were 18.
That's up for debate. So, hey, when in doubt, get out.
That's sage advice.
Hey, isn't that good advice?
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that mentality. The chat says penis out. That's not funny.
I guess Kevin's never been to a bad party because every time he shows up, the party just gets started, right?
I'm the life of the party.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you're looking for someone to blast that Sour Patch Kids rap in the middle of your party, you look no further than this guy. That sounds insulting a little bit, but that's true. I think it's great.
That happened.
I think it's a good thing. Sorry, what were we going to say?
There's one party. I'm going to see if I can recount this. It was my friend that went to this party out in a really small town. And the stupid girl that made it set up the event so that it was open invite. She said, literally in the event, she said, invite anybody you want. Okay. So he goes to the party, and he's there, and there's probably 10 or 15 people just drinking on the couch. And he leaves to get some McDonald's, comes back literally half an hour later. He's walking up to the door, and this porcelain statue that they have is smashed and thrown into the siding of the house, and that's smashed. And he's like, oh, that's weird. And so he walks up to the door, and there's no doorknob. So he rings the bell, and somebody opens the door, and he's like, oh, yeah, just come on in. And so he's walking through this house, and he turns to his left immediately, and his friend is passed out, smashed into a glass table. And he starts, so he picks him up, and he's like, oh, God, we gotta get out of here. And he walks upstairs, he's like, you need to go to the washroom first or something. So he's walking upstairs to the washroom, his friend up, and this guy comes out of the washroom right then and just starts punching holes in the wall. So he puts his friend in the washroom, he does his business. They get out, they're starting to walk down the stairs, and suddenly behind them they see somebody got a bike out of the attic and has started riding that down the stairs and chasing them like Indiana Jones out of the house. And so these guys, and they just see this house like completely smashed. There's some guy in the kitchen taking everything out of the cupboard and eating it. Like everyone was cheering not to eat it, and then he would take all the wrappers and containers and put them in the dishwasher and then just turn it on.
Cool.
Somebody put a whole bunch of garbage in the dryer. Like, it was absolutely awful. They destroyed this house.
Sounds like a fun party.
But then so they get out to the garage, and somebody's poured like a jerry can full of gasoline in the middle of the garage, and the girl who hosted the party is just sitting in the middle of it, crying. And he walks up to her and he's like, so thanks for the party. We're gonna get going here. We're just gonna take off. And she's like, no, you have to help clean. Like, have you seen what's happened? He's like, yeah. But let's wait. And, we have to go. So then I just ended up leaving.
Wow.
Whoa.
Well,
That's a crazy party.
So that was probably the worst party that they've been.
yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, get a few anime cosplayers together acting like they're drunk, and you'll have a much better experience.
That is true.
With one beer they stole. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And it was just like, oh no, gotta go. Anyway, well, thank you. I feel so bad because I really wish I had a better cockblock story, but I can't think of.
I don't know. I felt like you guys would.
Off the top of my head, I thought there would be, but.
Do you ever have weird fever dreams? Like when you have a fever and you go to sleep and you have the weirdest fucking dream of your whole life?
I've had that happen when I was really sick and like under medication and stuff.
Yeah? Do you remember them?
And it's usually like hiding from a monster outside my house. Seriously, like they're all like that, and I'm inside the house and there's something big outside. So any dream interpreters, figure that out. Something big outside stomping around, and I'm inside like hiding in the bathroom and stuff.
Well, that's you're afraid that they're gonna sell out of Disney Zords before you get one.
That's not a possibility.
Well, it's a dream. It's weird.
Dreams are weird. That's true.
Weird.
Well, there you go.
All right.
Anyway, thank you for your call.
Thanks for your call.
Tell Burton we're looking forward to that Dark Shadows 2.
Yeah.
Hey, Burton, they're looking forward to Dark Shadows 2. Also, they were shit-talking Vegas. They said they didn't have fun at Vegas bars.
I enjoy Vegas. I just didn't. That party was whack.
This kid is fucking in love with Vegas.
I'll be in Vegas soon. I'm going to Vegas pretty soon, actually. I liked it. I dig it, but I just had a bad time at the party we went to.
You guys didn't have fun in Vegas?
At the party we went to, the one party.
At the what?
At the one party that we went to. That wasn't fun, but I like Vegas. It's fine.
Oh,
Vegas stays in Vegas.
you said you hated Vegas.
I didn't have fun in Vegas.
Where'd you go?
Where did we go? We stayed at the Mirage. We went to the Wynn. I don't know. We didn't go to any strip clubs. We didn't get crazy.
Man, the strip clubs were actually brutal. They were terrible.
I wouldn't know. What's brutal about the strip clubs?
They just absolutely hose you. Like, you go in there. This was my first time going to a Vegas strip club. Last time I went, I was there with a couple buddies, and we went, and like they give you free limo rides there. So we were like, okay, that'll be sweet. We go into the strip club, and immediately these girls just sit down with you and like grab your hand and they're like, hey, come with me, and they take you to this back room, and they kind of like throw you into the booth, and as a 21-year-old, you're like, oh wow, this is pretty sweet. They start like kind of like feeling your chest and stuff, and then they say they want to like do. This was not like a really classy. This was not like a trashy place, and they say they want to do stuff with you, and well, it's gonna cost like it's gonna cost money, and I was sitting there like, no, I'm not.
No.
I just flat out told her no. She's like, well, your friends are all doing it. Like, they're going to be a while. I was like, that's all right. And I'm fine. And I ended up getting walked out. And, of course, they make you feel like shit as soon as you get out. Like, they go up to the bouncers. They're like, yeah, this guy doesn't have any money, so I guess he's got to go. Shoot you out of there.
Wow, I heard a story. I wasn't involved in this, but a friend of mine took another friend of his to a strip club, and it was his birthday. It was a friend of my friend's birthday. And this guy had apparently never had a girlfriend, never had any kind of experience with a girl or whatever, and went into the back room. And after about 15 minutes, the stripper came out and talked to my friend and said, hey, you need to give me $200 because your friend was back there doing stuff and I guess doesn't have a wallet, so he's not leaving. You have until you give me $200. And this guy had to go to an ATM, had to leave the strip club, drive somewhere, go to an ATM, get out $200 and come back and then paid off this stripper. And then they got their friend back and he'd never had a sexual experience before. So they're like, what did you do that cost $200? Apparently this guy was making out with this chick and then started undressing her and stuck his finger up her butthole. And that's when she just stopped the show, went outside, and found his friends and say, you need to give me $200 or we're going to have a problem.
I'd be happy with that purchase, to be honest. I know one of my friends who was there paid, I think it was like $80 or something, and all he did was like feel her tits over top of her shirt. And he dropped $80 on
No,
them.
man, if they were real nice, you know.
Still, I'd pay $200 for a butthole though. Like for my friend to do that, anyways.
Well, hey, if it's for his birthday.
Yeah.
Why would he go right to the butt? He's never had
That's the
sexual
thing.
experience.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
like
weird.
Just missed?
This guy was weird.
He missed. Maybe he missed so many
Hey,
times.
you
it
know
caused
what?
her
He
pain.
didn't know what he was doing, clearly.
The only time I've ever been to a strip club, I've got to like write down the whole like just chain of events that happened over the course of this weekend. But I was at a strip club with a boxing promoter, and it like I still think back and I think this wasn't me in this story. Was it? Oh, it was. Okay, but I was there. Some boxing promoter was drunk and kept paying girls to take me into this back room over and over again. And they were just, this boxing promoter and these other guys were telling these girls lies about me. Then we'd be back in this booth. This girl would have her top off and be grinding into me above me and is going, so I heard you invented Nintendo? Nope. You didn't?
Why didn't you
They
say
said
yes?
you did.
Why didn't you say
Nope, I
yes?
just really like Mario Kart.
Oh my god.
You do? And so here we're talking about Mario Kart, and I'm like, where the fuck am I? Because honestly, at this point, I'm just wigged out. And so that's happening. That happens a few times. I go out. This guy who's with me, not going to name names, but because he's a prominent figure, but he said,
President Obama.
He's like, going back, it was Barack. He said, he's like, they just keep getting money. And like, they weren't charging me. They were just getting money from this boxing promoter. And so the guy that I'm with, he's like, I'm pretty sure you could do whatever if you go back there. And I'm like, really? I don't know. I'm just going back there and sitting down.
Really?
I don't know what's going on. And I know that the girls know that I am clueless what's going on. So maybe they're just not suggesting anything because, whatever.
Why bother?
Yeah, why fucking bother? This guy already paid for this, so why have to do anything? That's what I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But point is, the guy goes, yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll just like do whatever back there. I'm like, oh yeah, well, go ahead. At this point, I'm so wigged out by the events of the night. I'm like, yeah, whatever. He's like, okay, whatever. He goes back there, and then the next thing I see is him getting like tossed out.
Oh.
What happened? I was trying to put my face near her butt and like trying to get a good look at it, and I guess you can't do anything back there. I don't really know about that, you know. I was messing with her butt a lot, actually.
You didn't have the
It's
$200.
Like, yeah, I was like, well, yeah, don't do that. So the moral of the story is stay away from butts.
I don't know.
Just in general, not even talking about strip clubs. Stay away.
Wow. We went from Vegas to a whole different thing.
If a girl wants to protect her virginity, what's she gonna do?
What?
If a girl wants to protect her virginity.
Oh, I thought you said if you use TurboTax for virginity. I was like, wait, what? I guess if you
Cool.
could.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Good
think
call.
It'd be hard for us to find a girl that would be willing to get fucked in the ass because she wants to protect her virginity. I think that'd be a pretty rare find.
No, I know a guy who put it in the butt before the vagina. And because she
Is he
wanted
in the
to
ring?
protect
Is it Burton? That sounds like a Tim Burton twist.
Is it John? Because he may have been lying about that.
John the liar.
No, it wasn't John. It was my buddy. Got his brown belt before he even rode the fourth base.
He got his brown belt.
Brown belt before fourth base.
I was gonna say the
A
Red Sea.
lot of
was-
sports and activities tonight.
You can tell we don't live in America. We think getting a home run is riding fourth base.
Well, thanks. Hey, I want to say thanks Twitch TV, the best
Video
game
game.
stream site. Watch League of Legends. Watch us. Whichever. It's all the same.
Yep.
Anyway, well, thank you for your call.
Yeah, thank you.
Always a good call.
Always a pleasure.
Hey, no problem.
And beware the poop sack, except for when it's this poop sack.
And
Thank
when
you.
in doubt, get out.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Our viewers went way up during this call.
The views went up.
They actually went up. Yeah.
Like word spread that we were talking about strippers and buttholes. And
yeah.
that's what people are interested in, and that's what people want to see.
Who knew? Hey, who knew?
I talked about Jurassic Park for like half an hour. Why didn't views skyrocket then?
But this is the best Terraria stream I've ever seen.
Does it still say
Yeah,
we're
always does.
streaming Terraria?
We always try to remove the game we're streaming, and it still sticks. So I don't know. Yeah, we definitely dug into some things.